Hello and welcome once again to Life That Matters. My name is Dr. Sharon Norris Elliott.
I'm Lady Laura Simon.
And we have so much to get in today. We have been on a series of the ministry being business.
Right.
Yeah. And if you have missed the last 3 shows, first of all, shame on you. But we forgive you and we love you. Mm-hmm. And we want you to go back because we've set all the groundwork for what we're talking about today.
And if you're planning a ministry or you've been called,
yes,
and you want to set out to do a retreat, a conference, a day, this is the show.
This is it.
This is it.
We're going to talk about some really practical stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So Lady Laura does her
She Shed conference
annually. And I used to do a weekend Life That Matters. Well, actually, it was the Milk and Honey Life Retreat.
Yeah, Milk and Honey.
And you actually can go on my website at authorizeme.net, and I still have the information up about the retreats because people keep asking me, when are we going to do those again? So I'm not taking it down. So you can see kind of what it is where I was doing, right? But not right now.
Not right now.
Okay. So we're going to talk about what goes into
it.
Planning a day like that. So the very first thing is that God called you to do that.
There you go. That's it right there.
Okay. You cannot just decide.
If he told you and if he poured that into you and gave it, he will provide.
Yes.
He will provide. He will provide.
Yes. Right. But whatever level it is you're doing, make sure that God's called you to do that level.
Right.
Right. And you want to be paying attention because there are finances involved. Okay.
What? That's the thing right there.
That's the thing. So now, Lady Laura, you do your conference at your church.
Yes.
So does the church charge you for the day?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, yay.
All right.
That's part of the reason why we do it there.
Okay, so where you have your conference
matters.
Right. Because there's going to be a charge for the space. So you're off the hook for a charge for the space.
Right. Instead of because let's just say a number so that you can understand why. It's $4,000 sometimes before we even say
what's $4,000?
The venue.
Oh,
before you even say who's gonna come.
Yes.
So it's $4,000. Let's just that's been the last numbers the last 2 years.
So we're talking about, say, having your conference at a hotel.
At a hotel or at the like the women's clubs.
Okay, women's clubs, a conference center.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes.
Even if you are having it at a large church that is not your church.
Yes.
All right.
And even that, I went to one at my home church. Even that, and the girl was like, it was a wow moment because it costs, before she said anything, it was, $2,000.
Yes, this is how much it costs to be in this building.
Right, before you do anything.
Now, there are reasons for those costs.
Right.
Right? The church, usually, the church is paying for someone who's going to unlock, who has to come down there. So there's a salary involved in a person who comes to unlock the place, the people who clean the place.
The sound.
Yes. There's charge for that.
Lighting.
All of that has, and you're paying people who do that. You can't just come in and operate their equipment.
Right.
Things like that.
Yeah,
right.
You
so there's a reason for the charge. It's not just the church is just trying to make money on you.
Right.
Right. So you've got to take that into consideration.
Right.
Where are you having your event?
Right.
Okay, now let's move to speakers at your event. All right, so you could possibly get away with not having to pay your speakers much of anything if they are part of your group.
If they're your relatives. My relative, for me, this is what Melissa said when we got in the group. My cousin,
Yeah.
cousin niece, Melissa. Melissa is at a big church in Tennessee, and so she's got a budget. I don't have a budget like that. So when we get together and talk about what I want and what we're gonna do, she tells my entire team, now it's cousin Laura or it's Auntie Laura. We are coming to sing for free. She's gonna pay for us to get there, and that's it.
That's it.
And food. But other than that, don't ask for nothing. You are coming
Don't expect
to give your
a check.
services. She says that and I was laughing. I said, "Oh, thank you, girl." But thank God I got a minister of music,
Yeah.
And then it doesn't hurt that your husband's the pastor and sound guy, so he's back in the booth,
Right.
with your other nephew who's like, "I got you, Auntie."
Right.
So
Okay.
so happens sound for me
Yes.
and the church and yeah.
See?
Praise God.
Now, but the majority of us,
Right.
we do not have those people. I have my conferences, number one, out of town.
Out of town.
Right?
You went out
I'm
of
in
town.
California. We went to
Arizona. Yes.
to a spa
A spa.
retreat center.
Not Glen Ivy.
No. a spa retreat center
Okay.
in Arizona.
Okay.
Okay. So the rooms
The rooms,
cost.
they cost.
And they cost us the amount that the conference that place charged,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. The conference center, use of the conference center,
Right.
and how many rooms we were using in the conference center cost
Right.
an amount of money,
Right.
right? I had lunch catered in from the conference center, but it was catered, right? In other words, we didn't fix it
Right.
and bring it. That costs money.
Now, just put a pin there.
Yes.
A lot of times, the conference center or the hotel, you have to use their caterer, and that's part of the having
package.
the center, part of the package.
Yes.
So food and the center and whatever else you may have, that automatically can be upwards of $6,000 because you have to use their food.
Right. And we don't have any sound yet.
Right.
So
yes.
whatever sound was necessary
Yes.
for the different rooms,
Yes.
we paid. Now, in our case,
Microphone,
we
podium.
had small rooms, so we didn't need sound in the small rooms for the workshops.
Okay.
But we did still need setup. Right.
Yeah,
They had to set it.
They had to set it
We
up.
had to tell them, okay, we wanted tables with chairs, or in the big room, we just wanted it theater style. We had to tell that conference center, this is what we want.
Right.
And then they got to pay those people.
Right.
Right, who do that. So there's a cost
Right.
involved
Right.
in every one of those little things. And then you start deciding, well, we don't need a full lunch. We only need the
snacks.
Snacks.
Yep.
And and so
We don't need hot meal, we need a sandwich.
see, all of those things add up.
Yeah.
And how long you can be
Yeah.
in those rooms.
Right.
You have to pay attention to that, because if you run over,
If you run, there's an
There's an overage
fee. Overage. Yes, overage. That's the word. Overage. Let's say it.
Please.
Overage.
take that with us. Right. Okay. And then how many days
Yeah.
are you going to be there?
Yeah.
Now, you have not yet given the ladies anything. So, of course, I wanted to have a swag bag. So I needed to order in advance
In advance.
those bags that had the logo of the conference on them. So how far in advance do you need to plan?
The logo.
Right? To have those. First of all, you have
bag.
to have a logo.
And a bag.
Right. Please don't let your 5-year-old draw the logo. You need a professional looking something. You go to whatever companies you go to find the different bags that you want. More than likely, you're not going to just want the little canvas tote. Probably not. I'm just saying. Once you start looking at the catalogs, you're like, ooh, I like these with the cup holders and each one starts
to add up
and we haven't put anything in them
in
yet.
the back. Right.
Now that's where you can start having some help because you can ask for sponsors.
Right.
Now,
That's what I do.
sponsors can give you money or they can give you items.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So let's say you're going to have 50 women, 50 to 100 women, right? So the sponsor will say, okay, I'm going to give you 50
notebooks, 50 journals, 50 pieces of candy.
Right. Whatever. And it'll have their logo on it because they're a sponsor. Great. And you'll stuff that in the bags.
Right.
You might want each, depending on what your conference is about, you might want each lady to have a book.
Right.
Great. So you're going to talk to the author or talk to the publishing house or whatever, and you're going to get those. That's going to cost you something. When you buy books in bulk, you'll get a discount, but that's a cost.
It's still a cost.
It's still a cost.
It's still a cost.
Right? Even if you go down to the local dollar store, right? That's a cost. And you got to figure out how much for each bag and what you want to put in each bag and then do it that way. Now you add up those things and now you start talking about your speakers. Okay? Again, you get what you pay for.
All of that. And so for people, for me, I like to give everything I don't get at other conferences.
Okay, which means?
So that's where I start.
So what does that mean?
Well, that means I need some gum, I need a mint, I need some chocolate, I need some fruit chews. I need something to chew while we get
all of that at She Shed. I'm always at She Shed. Anyway, go on.
Because I want to, if I look at my girlfriend who goes when we go to conferences and she's asleep. Well, I'm not asleep because
I'm paid and you also paid a bunch of money.
I am going to have me some snacks. I'm going to have a little thing of popcorn, And so everything that I need to help me,
okay, you're going to put in your bag.
I figure you all need.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to put in there.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, you got the chapstick. Let's see.
Little mirrors.
Yeah, you need some oils, some stuff, some hand sanitizer, some lotion, all the things that are going on with me in that auditorium or room. I figure y'all need it.
Right. And in the bag, you also should have something that goes along with the theme of the conference.
Yes.
Obviously.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, we had to do Taming the Tongue several years ago.
Yes.
We all got that book. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So we had to tame our tongue.
Yes.
Anyway, you see I haven't forgotten it. Okay.
Yes. There are a lot of people who talk about that, but I see now what you are saying when it comes to, for everyone who's thinking about it, ministry costs.
Ministry costs.
That's what we're saying.
Right.
You love God. You want to share the word of God, but ministry, and you have to, my husband tells me, Laura, I know you want to give all this stuff, and you can. But if you're going to do all this, then you've got to factor that in.
You have to.
And then you're going to have to charge.
Yes.
And that's where I have the problem that I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and I wanted, with my retreats, I wanted women to get far enough away from home that they couldn't
just go back.
Decide,
oh,
I'm going home. That's number one, right? Number two, I wanted them to be relaxed enough so that they could really hear from God.
Yeah, no, that's the good part.
Okay, so this I considered it a high end.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of retreat. The only thing we did not pay for travel.
Okay.
And we did not pay for the spa. Because everyone likes something different.
Right.
Some people just want to do the facial.
Right.
Some people, I always did the hot stone. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I always did the hot stone. But all those, and I sent that information in advance so the ladies would know, you can schedule your spa time, anytime during the conference that you want, even if you have to miss a session, what have you, right?
Right.
And then I'm bringing speakers who specifically speak to the theme of my event, right? So the Milk and Honey Life Retreat had a physical track of workshops, it had a spiritual track of workshops, it had an emotional track of workshops. And I chose speakers who could speak to those different areas and had something about themselves, obviously, that would draw people to the retreat. Okay, so perhaps they had written a book about that, area, or something like that. Or they had a ministry to women. One lady is a registered nurse, and so she was in the physical track, right?
Makes sense.
And then those people, as we were talking about in the last show, have speaking fees. Right? Thankfully, for the first year, all the people on the faculty, since I was just getting started, they said, this is a great idea. We will just pay for ourselves to come.
Right.
Thank you. Right. But after that year, I felt, okay, no, I need to pay my people. So you add up the whole thing, how much this whole thing is going to cost me, and then you're going to do the math. Okay, divide by the number of women who are coming, and that's how much plus some profit you're working to put this on. So there should be some amount of profit for you.
That's Tony Simon.
Yes, that's coming back for the work you have put in. Even if you count yourself as one of the speakers. So you're getting paid like the speaker, but
learning.
You should be getting paid like a speaker and an organizer.
Wow.
So you're going to add that all in.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. You're going to add all of that and then divide it by the number of women who are coming to the conference. And you have to have some idea about how many people are going to come. Because guess what? Advertising costs money.
Ministry costs money. The bottom line is, and this is why we're talking about it. It costs.
It costs. It does. And no one really expects for it to just be free.
No.
However, when it comes to that ending variable, how much you're going to pay yourself for being the speaker, how much you think you are worth for the hours that you are putting in, right? Do not shortchange.
Yeah.
You shouldn't fleece. No, but you also should not shortchange yourself for the work that's going in to what you are offering. Because you are offering something of value, right? If I'm putting together a writer's conference, I know what I'm offering is going to eventually be ministry for you.
And get you a book deal.
Right. Because now you have a book, you're going to make money selling the book. You're going to make money speaking about the book. I am putting you in a position, just like I did with education. I was able to teach my teenagers, I taught high school mainly, enough to get them into a good college.
Right.
And what was a good college for? To get them a good job.
Right.
Right? So I'm part of that chain.
Right.
All right? And so what you are doing in putting on a women's conference, right? You are building the women. You are educating the women. Hopefully they're not just coming because, oh, they want to be there with their buddies, which that's fun too. But hopefully they're going to learn something at that conference that is going to be beneficial for their life.
Right.
Right. And when it comes to a writer's conference, you are investing in your vision to write books. I like to tell people, this is your vision. You told me God told you to write a book.
Right. Right.
Right. Now he's put me here to physically help you do that.
Yes, he has.
To physically help you do what God told you to do. So that is what your conference is filling a felt need of the ladies, right? I spoke at a widows conference, right? And After Him had just come out. The purpose of that conference was building up and encouraging widows, right? That was the first job of the early church.
First job.
Right? Well, the second job. They were supposed to spread the word about Jesus, right? But then their first problem was they weren't taking care of the widows. Okay. So take care of the widows, and here's how to do it, right? Let's put a group of men over that to take care. So that conference was about that,
Right.
right? What is your conference about? Right? Are you just getting together? Just because you want to get together? Maybe that's what you guys need. Maybe everybody's working too hard. And it's a conference for the leaders that just need to relax. That's all well and good, but probably there's going to be some instruction.
Instruction is definitely needed. You've got to have that.
Right. I'm going to a ministry leadership conference on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. For half the day on Saturday, it's for ministry leaders.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your conference for? What felt need, just like the book you write, what felt need are you fulfilling by having these ladies come to this conference? Right? And that is going to determine whether or not the cost of the conference is going to feel right to the ladies coming.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay. When it comes to a writer's conference, I'm seeing, okay, what's going to be taught? Who's going to be there to be able to teach me? Okay, because the felt need is I need to get better at writing books.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm going to see, does this conference fulfill that need? If it does, then the cost, I got to see, does the cost of the conference equal to me the value of what I'm going to get? If it does, I'm paying it. I'm on my way. Right.
I'm paying it and I'm on my way.
Right. So
And
the
if it
same
doesn't,
with the she said.
I can't.
You know, I'm always going, what's the theme? Like, why am I coming? Right? Because my time and I know your time is valuable.
Valuable.
All right. And she said, for one day out of my life, I got to put everything else on hold. I'm not making any money that day. Right? I'm not doing anything but receiving that day. So it's got to be worth my time. Right? The reason I go to the church I go to is because my pastor's sermons are worth my time. My pastor's sermons tell me something about the word. Yes, I read the word at home, but the Bible tells me not to forsake the assembling of myself together with other believers. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go to church because I'm going to obey that. But by the same token, I know the Bible tells me that my pastor, his job is to feed me the word of God, is to build me up and everything. So I go to a church where my pastor's sermons do that for me.
Right.
Right? And so every Sunday, unless I'm preaching somewhere else, right?
Unless you're somewhere else.
In my seat.
Yes. Seat.
I'm in my seat. I'm in my seat. In my church. And I'm taking notes because that is feeding me. Right? So the conferences that you go to that you pay for, It's feeding you, and it's worth the money that you spent, right?
Because ministry costs.
Ministry that cost, again, I quote my pastor all the time because he's quotable, right? Ministry that costs nothing accomplishes nothing.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Right? And ladies, we know we like pretty things. I know I do. I don't want to get a bag that's like, ooh, am I ever going to use
Exactly.
this bag? Probably not. You know, that's us. And that's fine. God made us the way he made us, right? So if you're doing a women's conference, think on these things.
Think on these things.
Right? Contact us. You could contact me. You can contact Lady Laura, you know, and we would be happy to consult with you, right, on putting on an abundant women's conference, a conference that is going to speak to the needs.
Speak to the needs.
Right?
That's important.
And here's the thing, whether it's a book you're writing or a conference you're giving, it really is not about you. It's not about what you want to say. It's about what the people need. And that is all about prayer. We're right back there again.
Right back to prayer.
And asking God, what do the ladies need? Okay.
What do they need, and what do you want me to share with them?
In their need.
Yes.
Okay. It's easier cut and dry with books. Right. But conferences, right. What do they need? You're going to be a great conference leader.
Yes.
We believe it.
We believe it.
We believe it.
We believe it.
Right. We'll be happy to mentor you and help you out or whatever, and then invite us. Right.
Tell us when.
Tell us when, and we'll be there. All right. I am Dr. Sharon Norris Elliott.
And I'm Lady Laura Simon.
And we love the fact that you are here with us because your life matters for the kingdom, and you're going to go on and pay it forward as you write your books, as you give your conferences, right? As you keep living significantly for the Lord.